Hey guys, it is Andrea. So, a plan with me has been demanded. Pretty much. Not really, but I like to be dramatic. So I'm doing a plan with me. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it without it being like 10 hours long. Because I'd like to say something. I am a very high maintenance planner. I plan for like 3 hours. I'm not even like joking. Like it's a big ordeal for me every Sunday to like sit down and plan for 3 hours. I give up a lot of things during the week, like wearing makeup and, doing normal people things to plan. So let's get into this. So what I'm going to try and do is just kind of film this in little segments. I will turn off the camera and like do things and then come back and show you what's going on. So I did come out with a bunch of these. Like when I say a bunch, I mean a bunch of different we'll call them collections of different little kits, I guess. So each kit has a washi set, a square set, and then it also has this like sampler thing, which I adore because it literally has everything pretty much you need. So I'm going to use the pink lemonade one because that has been the hands down top seller of all of the kits. I would say the next runner up would be all of the, I don't know how to say this word, bokeh. We'll call it bokeh. That sounds right. So there's just all different ones. They're all in my new release section as far as right now is. But I love these. I think it's a really great way to make planning a little bit, less stressful. And then also I'm going to be using a lot of different shop stickers today, but majorly I use my own stickers because obviously if I have a sticker shop, I'll probably use a lot of my stickers. So these are all the stickers that I'm so high maintenance when it comes to planning. These are all the stickers that I have in the monthly colors. They're just like, there are some other ones mixed in there too. There's one Orange Snowflake one in monthly colors, but the rest are all mine because I really don't have any other kits that are in monthly colors besides the one Orange Snowflake one, but got a lot of stickers. And some of these I made for myself and that aren't in the shop, but a lot of them, some of them are, some of them aren't. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through and I just do this in a certain order, I guess. So pretty much this is how it looks when I pull it out of my 3-ring binder. On this little sheet of paper, I keep this on every week, and this is everything that needs to be written rather than putting a million different sticky notes. The only sticky notes that are in here in my planner are movie related. So when a movie comes out, I will take it from the date that it came out, and we always go see movies on Monday mornings usually. So I just turn it over there, put that in because we don't go see movies on the weekends. It's just ridiculous here. It's crazy. So that's how I plan pretty much. So I'm going to go in, and first I picked 2 washies. This doesn't exactly match the planner, but it kind of matches the pink lemonade pink. So I'm going to use that, and then just to kind of pull in the seafoam color, I'm going to be using this seafoamy greenish blue color washi that is watercolor, which I used last week on the spine area. Last week turned out super cute, super excited. So I'm just going to put my washi down and then I'll be back. I'm just going to film this last part. So what I did so far was I washied the edge of this, and then I just trimmed around the edge with a pair of scissors, and then what I'll have to do is punch those holes again. But now what I'm doing is taking the pink washi. I already went ahead and used my whiteout and white out over the words here. I don't white out over the lines though because I cover those up anyways with a sticker. I just like using this kind of as a backdrop. And then to cut my washi, I always use my Erin Condren ruler. You can also use a debit or credit card or any type of card like that. Just rip it and it's a perfect straight line, which I thoroughly enjoy. And like I said before, you don't I don't even know what I said before. Let's be real. So I'm using more colors to match this, which is actually a little bit brighter, but I could really care less. The other contestants for this week, which I thought would look good in May, was the pink nautical, which is super duper cute, or I was going to use the pink tribal, which I was kind of up in the air, or I was going to use this collection. So I was really up in the air about this, but I decided to go with the pink lemonade because it is the most popular. Like I said, the washi in the bottom is a little bit brighter, but like I said, I don't care. So a lot of you guys have a question that I'm going to try and answer real quick, which I'm not going to do a video on because, not to sound, mean or anything, but I don't really have the time. Plus, I think other people have done videos on it at this point. So, a lot of people ask me how I did my Erin Condren to my Kiki K without getting the holes in the boxes, which that's the one thing I wanted to avoid. And I did this a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, probably about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. So what I did was I just took the coil of the planner and I took a metal cutter and I just cut the coils. So I still had the little binding on here, the little holes that, you know, the ring goes into. I took a piece of tape. You can use tape, you can use sticker paper, matte sticker paper, white paper would probably work out the best, and just cut it into little strips, folded it over in half, and then just rounded the edges. And then I just every week I pick a new washi over it, and that's all. As for the hole punch, I literally just use this one. I do have the actual like punch that would punch it like this, but I think that this is more exact, so I went in and traced the holes, which is a little bit more time consuming, but I preferred it to going in with the punch because it's a little bit more precise when you do it this way. And I just, you know, drew the holes and then I punched them, and then I just go back in and punch them after I washi them, and that's it. It's really simple, and I mean, it sounds complicated, it is time consuming, but I like that it doesn't go into the boxes because I heavily decorate. I don't just lightly decorate. I think if you lightly decorated, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I decorate pretty heavy, so that's how I did it. I will not be doing a video on it. I'm sure you can find a video out there. If anybody knows of one, link it down below, because I literally get asked it like anytime I post a picture of my planner or a video. That's how you do it. So now that I have all my washi done, varies on what I do over here. Sometimes I'll do like a little area of just like prettiness, but this week I am not doing that. So I'm just trying to think of what I want to do here. I do have a couple of different options of things I do use, but I think I'm actually going to use my vintage Gypsy Road sidebar. So these are what those look like. The only thing with these is they're slightly see-through, and I'm like super OCD about things like that. So what I do is I just go in and white out over anything that would be underneath it. I can still see the polka dots, but really the polka dots don't bother me. The lines though, they bother me. Which even with my stickers, the white ones, you can kind of see through it depending on what color the lines are. Like this month, I don't think it'd be a really big problem, because the lines are like a really pretty light aqua. Just depends on how much the little things bother you. So like I said, I'm just using this whiteout, which this is not my favorite whiteout. We just ran out of, this whiteout sucks. We ran out, am I out of whiteout? No. We just ran out of whiteouts that I actually like. So I'm stuck to use this crap, which it was fine. Oh, there we go. You gotta really like press when you use this one. This is the Bic whiteout, so you really gotta press real hard with this one, or it won't do it for you. But I prefer the one from Staples because that's what everyone told me to use, and it works way better. So I just whited out all the lines so I don't see any lines through it, and this is just, you know, your average sidebar. Put it over here. I'm actually probably not going to do a lot of writing when I show you this plan with me. I'll just probably do most of the decorating because I kind of write as the week goes on, and I feel like showing you guys in a plan with me, just me writing a bunch of stuff, isn't going to really show you anything. And if you guys want to see the end product, you could just check out my Instagram or next week's planner update. So just trimmed around the corner to give it the rounded corner look, because I'm all about corner rounding, as you guys can tell. Now I'm going to go in with my typical weekly stickers, which I'll show you guys one day's worth, and then I will just turn off the camera and do all of them. So I don't actually have a lot of shows on this week, I don't think. I think I have a couple that aren't listed on my little page over here. So that's the major thing that I look for when I'm doing this. So I have my little stickers that have my little headers on them, the little headers that I replace the morning, day, and night with. These are in my shop. You can get them customized. I don't know if they're going to be in there forever, though. That's just a forewarning, because they do take a little bit of time. but they are super cute. It takes me a while, and I'm pretty set on putting them in straight lines. So we have those. These are in my shop, but they don't come all in one color, and they're just kind of in a like an assortment of colors, but I just go ahead and do them for myself for the colors that I need them for. So pretty big stickler on having my stickers straight. So on the top here, I put all of my Etsy tasks, which are pretty much the same week to week, but I just like to check them off as I go, just to kind of keep myself in check. So I have my Etsy tasks on the top, which is just a sticker from here, and then I have my little area down here, which I put my Etsy tasks. Then I have my today section, which is just this pretty little pink sticker, and I just put anything that has to be done that day in here. Easy peasy. And then on the bottom I put my little things section, which varies in size from day to day. But what I put down here is my to-do section, which is just a small to-do checklist, my little TV show stickers, and then I also put, which I have to find in this big stack of stickers here, my filming stickers, and also my meal stickers, which I will put in this week again. So those are the three that I put on the bottom. So the first one, I always put the meal sticker on the bottom because that's going to be something that's written every day. This one has a little bit of an offcut. Usually if it was like something I'd be selling, I would just throw them out and redo them, but because it's for personal use, I really didn't care. Monday night, I think actually Bates Motel's on, so I'm just going to put that in there. These stickers also turned out a little bit more purple than pink, but I guess the night is a little bit more of like a fuchsia color. So we have my TV show sticker, and then I don't film and put up a video on Monday. Okay, so I put those down there, and then I put a to-do little checklist because pretty much every day I have something that I do need to do. These look really fuchsia in the light. And then on top of that, I just put my little header that says little things. I've been using the little things header. I stopped using it for a little bit, but I've been using it ever since I started planning pretty much. Even in my plum planner, I use the little things header on there. So that's what that looks like on the bottom. And then in here, I just put anything that I'm doing that day, which I will show you guys just a little example of how it looks over here. So again, I have the Etsy on top, and then I have my today section, and then my little things section. And then down here, I just have these little stickers from Planner Kate, which I'll put in, and then my little stickers on the very bottom. I'm not going to put these stickers in, but I am going to be putting these ones in. But that just kind of shows you that I put my Etsy tasks up top, anything that needs to be done that day, and then just my little things, which are just things that I need to remember to do every day. So that is that, and I'm just going to put my little sticker on the bottom, which I made these up for myself. I make up a lot of my own stickers, custom, just for my personal use because I go through different things that I need. So down here I have this sticker, and this is something that I might put those Planner Kate ones in there again. We'll see. So these all go on the bottom, and on the top I just mark my hydrate, which I do have this over here, but I guess I can mark them both, but usually I haven't been using this. I've been using this one. And then my daily Instagram posts and film YouTube videos. I film YouTube videos on Mondays and Sundays, and then I post videos usually, which would be edit upload video, Tuesday through Saturday. So I put those on there. So that is pretty much it for that. I'm going to go through and do all of the week's little headers and write anything down that I need written down, and then I'll be back. Okie dokie. Ooh. Good thing we're in focus, huh? Okay, so got that done. I laid down for that part. So that part takes forever and a half. So I have that all done, which is super duper awesome. Feel really accomplished. Whew. Sweating over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what else I do. Which honestly, this takes a lot more thought than it should. So what I did is I just put in my stickers down here, my stickers here, my Etsy stickers, and I actually forgot to put in the rest of my Today stickers. So I'm just going to throw those in really fast while we're filming. Planning is sometimes stressful. I'm not going to probably plan out the whole week because, I mean, I'm a planner, but some things I just don't plan until the day before. It's more of like a reminder system for me rather than, you know, I'm not going to plan out probably what I'm doing on Sunday this far ahead. But there might be something I know that I need to get done on Sunday, which I will write down. Or something that we've had planned for a while, which something really exciting is happening next Friday, the 8th. But I can't tell you guys about it. I'm actually going to leave it blank. But I will be, like, marking it down because I want to be able to remember the occasion when I go back on it. But it is something, like, is going to change my life and change, like, everything, which I'm, like, super excited about. So we've been planning on that for a while, and I'm really excited. Nick got me a Mountain Dew because I'm, like, falling asleep over here. So what I really do over here is I'll go in and I'll start at Monday, which is tomorrow. And I already know what I'm doing tomorrow, which it makes tomorrow's, like, a really easy day to plan, well, for me at least. So I'm going to go in here, and like I said, I want to use these stickers. So I have the boxes, which are on a glossy. I have the washi that is on a matte paper, and then I also do have this, which is just, you know, my sampler kit. So, let's see. I always feel like it's hard to start the week, but then once I start going, I'm like, going. So I'm just going to go and start with my to-go sticker because we are going a lot of places tomorrow. I'm not going to go in and write them down probably, but I'm just going to throw this in here just so that I have it in here so that whenever I do write everything down after the video, it'll be in here. And like I said, if you guys want to see it like completely done, it'll be up. You know, I do my midweek and then I do my end of week on my Instagram, which I will link down below. So then I'm just going to take one of my washi squares, doesn't really matter which one it is, just to kind of like break it up a little. But I really do love these. Like, I love the theme of this, and I feel like this would be so cute just like all summer long, you know, with your lemonade stuff. Let's see. What else do I need in here? Then I'm going to go into my big stack of monthly themed stickers. And what I do is as they're like no longer, like this one I already used all of. I have those. I already used all these. Then I have these. And I kind of just separate them by things that I might use and things that I might not use. Like I have a ton of these washi sheets. These. Just to kind of get things out of the way that I'm probably not going to use. I have a ton of these. Like, I don't even know why I have so many. I think Nick printed out, like, extras, so I have a bunch of them. Every Monday I go, and I don't really pay bills. Like, during the week, I usually pay them once a month. But I like to go through I would say, once every week and go through and just make sure everything's okay. Like, not that I scheduled a bill wrong or anything like that. And what I like to do is, I don't like a lot of white space, so what I try to do is kind of like overlay my stickers on top of each other. And this sticker I really liked. It was really funny because sometimes I'll make a sticker and I won't really like it, and I'll be like, I'm not going to list this, no one's going to like it. And then it always ends up being that that's like the best selling sticker. So on my bill due sticker, what I have it down is that you can kind of like write what bills due and how much you're going to pay or anything like that. You have like a line for what's due, the date, and then how much you're going to pay. But then for mine, what I do is I just write kind of like question marks. And I just write, you know, various. That's what I wrote last week. So that I know that I'm going to go through and check and make sure I don't have any bills that I missed and everything's scheduled for the proper time. So tomorrow what we're doing is I'm actually going to the movies. So I'm going to get out my little movie sticker. This is actually, I didn't even think about it, but I should have included like a movie theater sticker in my like monthly kit because I feel like a lot of people go to the movies once a month. I go like a billion times in a month, let's be real. It's the only thing I really leave the house to do is to go see movies. So I'm going to use this one because I feel like it kind of looks the closest to the lemonade-y one. And what I do with these, because they do have rounded corners, is I usually go ahead and I put a washi sticker above it and a washi sticker below it, kind of as a background. I don't know if I'm going to use any of these though. Yeah, I'll use the pink lemonade ones. Just as like a background for it so that it doesn't have any white space behind it, which kind of sounds crazy. But I like things to have a background. And then it also pulls in the theme a little bit, which this week is the little pink lemonade theme. Actually, like, it's cute. I think it's just going to be a little bit very patterny for me. that in there. And tomorrow we are going to see the Avengers, which I don't really want to go see, but Nick wants to go see, so you gotta do things for the ones you love. I'm just gonna go ahead in the to-go section and just write down where we're gonna go. So we have to go to the Lego store, because I'm dating a 6-year-old. We have to go to Whole Foods. And then we have to go to IMAX. So write that in there. So that is what that looks like. I'm not going to fill out any of the bottom areas though, but that's kind of like what a day looks like. It's really simple. I mean, I feel like whenever you look at like a full week planned out, it looks a little much and you're like, dang girl, you got time to do that. I feel like there's a smudge on the camera right here. Sorry guys. But then when you actually look at it, there's usually only like 3 things plus my little prompts. I feel like once you find a way to plan, it becomes a lot easier and you're like, oh, whatever. But whenever you first start looking at planning, you're like, oh my God, there's so many things to do. So then the other thing I want to make sure I write down is I have to remember to send out Mother's Day cards, which if you're watching this and you don't know, this Sunday is Mother's Day, which I'm going to try and have this out this week. So if you didn't send out your Mother's Day cards, send out an e-card or something. I'm trying to get into like sending cards because I'm like from the, you know, all online generation, so we're used to e-cards and text messages, but I'm trying to get back into like, you know, sending out birthday cards because a lot of my family actually does send out. No, actually I'm not gonna lie, I think I got like 2 birthday cards this year. No, actually got like 4, and actually a lot of them are my friends. I got like 1 family birthday card this year, but I just love the feeling of, you know, going to the mailbox and getting a birthday card. It's like somebody thought about it before it was your birthday. You know, everyone gets that Facebook, this is a weird ramble, but everyone gets that Facebook notification that it's your birthday, and then they send you the text, and it doesn't feel as special as when somebody went like a couple days before your birthday, like went out and got you a card and sent it. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of like, you know, somebody remembered it was your birthday before they saw it on Facebook. So, very weird, I know. So, Wednesday we're actually going to see Ed Sheeran. So, I'm going to pick one of these massive squares right here. I'm just going to do this one. I'm not going to plan anything probably on Tuesday because that's going to be a day that I probably won't plan until tomorrow because it's mostly going to be work. So, I have this in here. I actually probably... And though my stickers, I don't advertise them as removable, if you put them down and you need to remove them, it's not super difficult as long as you, like, pick them up, like, right after you put them down. And you're, you know, kind of gentle about it. I wouldn't go the route of, like, ripping them off like a mad person or anything. But they're not advertised as removable, but if you're careful enough, you can remove them as long as they haven't sat for forever. So I moved this because usually if I use a full box, I try to cover this up because that, if I use a matte sticker, it won't cover this completely. But if I use a glossy sticker, they're a little bit more opaque and a little bit thicker. So it'll cover that, and I could find a washi sticker or something to put up there. So I am going to see Ed Sheeran, and I haven't really thought about what sticker I want to use to kind of signify that because I don't even feel like I have any music stickers, which is probably something I should make. I don't even know if I have any music stickers by anybody else. Let me think. I could probably even use the movie theater one. I actually think it's pretty insane that I don't have one Ed Sheeran related, not Ed Sheeran related, of course I don't have any Ed Sheeran related stickers, but I don't have any like music stickers, so I'm going to go ahead and use this teardrop here, which is, I could use one of these, but they would kind of like blend into that, so I'm just going to use this one because it kind of is the only one that contrasts. I'm just going to put this in the corner here. I'm going to take one of these cassettes, by Orange Snowflake, and just pick a little one, put that over here. And then also from Vintage Gypsy Road, I noticed I had some little guitars, which, I mean, this is kind of sad that I really have like no music related stickers. But I mean, what are you gonna do when it comes to a pinch? Actually, I think I wanna, can I take this off still? Maybe. Yeah, I can live with that. So I'm gonna put this over here actually, use up a little more space. So we have those on there. I'm just gonna throw away that sticker. I'm just gonna write Ed Sheeran, which I'm super excited about that. I saw him live with Taylor Swift, but I haven't seen him live by himself. So I have that. I also remember to have these ones from Hello Ashley Ann, which I haven't used any of them yet. I mean, it just turned May, so there's that. Let's see. This one with the pink hearts up here. Like I said, I layer them. I really don't care if I cover up a lot of a sticker. But as you see, this one's matte, so you can kind of see through it a little. That's why I wouldn't want to use it over top of here. But whenever you put it over white, obviously it's not a big deal. So that's why I prefer to do it that way. So I hope that makes sense. So if I would have put it over that, you would have been able to see the night through it. But since I didn't, it's really not that big of a deal. So it's a good thing I switched those because that looks super cute there. I'm also going to just grab one of these, which is like a little border, which I think is super cute. And I'm just going to throw this right here to kind of cover up where I pulled that sticker up. Just to kind of give it a border, and then just to kind of, I don't know, I'm just decorating. That's pretty much what I do. Just decorate. Just use a couple of those. Put those over here. And then sometimes what I'll do is like, yeah, I just put that sticker down. There's nothing really I have to put in there right now. I think we actually are going to Lush that day. So I can go through, and I do have from the Alex Studio, I have her little Lush bath bomb set, which I think is like my favorite thing ever. She has two different ones. Let me find the one with comforter on it, because I've been obsessed with the comforter recently. TMI maybe, but Nick and I literally take a bath like every single night. Like, it's our ritual. So we are going to go to Lush. So we're going to go to Lush, and I'm just going to decorate because that is a pretty big space for just having, you know, the one little sticker, and just throw some bubbles in here. So we are going to go to Lush because we are running pretty low on bath supplies, even though I feel like we just got bath bombs like 2 days ago. YOLO, can never have too many bath bombs. So just throwing in a bunch of little bubble stickers. Look, another day complete. Easy as that. So I'm not going to plan the next week, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this one just so you can kind of see the whole thing coming together. So I'm just going to see what else I have in here. Oh, actually what I do want to do is I'm going to do my weekend area. So what I do for the weekend, which is, this is kind of a little bit of a thing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my washi stickers, which I love this for my weekend stickers because I'm so particular about the way that they're put down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dark red color and just put this over top right here. This is probably going to seem really weird to people, but very particular about the way this is set up. Let me know how you like this Plan Me video. Hope it's not too boring. I have a feeling it might be a little bit boring. Just slightly boring. And then I'm going to go ahead and take maybe this one over here. And then the pink lemonade one over here. And then what I do is I line it up with my weekend stickers. The K is the middle. So I line up the K to be the middle. And once these go down on top of these, it's not really going to move that much. K is the middle. There you go. So on the bottom I have the pink, and on top I have that, so it kind of goes right in. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to get this whole area, which is going to be all white space, covered up and underneath the same way. So I like to put these stickers down before, so I can write something in here, and then I can kind of connect the dots up here. I can put something a little over top of here, and because I get really anxious about my white space. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn off the camera, and I'm going to fill in the rest of the week, and then I'll go back and show you guys kind of what I did. Okay, so I'm pretty much done for right now. So I went in and filmed out, I don't know if we're in focus. Okay, so I went in and filled out a bunch of stuff. If you guys have anything in particular that you have a question about, you can let me know in the comments, and I'm trying to like be more proactive in the comment section and trying to answer a lot of questions. Most of my stickers, well, I have a lot of different stickers in here. Most of them are from my shop, but I do use other sticker shops as well. So again, if you have any specific questions on where a sticker is from, definitely let me know. And then, like I said before, this sidebar over here, this one, it says this week, and it has has a little dot so you can fill out for weekly tasks. Your work schedule, hydrate, vitamins, and exercise are down here. That is from Vintage Gypsy Road, so that is my must-have. If I don't do some kind of like decorative side, I always use this sidebar. But I really like the way that this week turned out. I think that it's a perfect mixture of the monthly colors and also this week's theme, which would be the Pink Lemonade collection, which is from my shop. But I really rarely ever get to use my yellow sticker, so I think this was a great way to bring it in. Like I said before, I fill out everything pretty much the day before. So this is pretty full for the most part for tomorrow because it is tomorrow, but the rest of the week is a little bit more empty. There are some things that I know are happening this week, so I filled those in, but like you can see, the Etsy ones on top are not filled in, plus my to-do stickers are not filled in, and then my filming stickers aren't filled in, and then only the beginning of the week meals are filled in. Also, there are a couple like blank areas. Well, actually there's only like this little area on Friday that is blank because I can't really fill out Friday yet because that's whenever my surprise happens. But otherwise, the only thing that is really empty is my little this week section, which I need to fill that out probably after I'm done filming. My Etsy section, and then my little to-do section down here. Also, these little stickers are from Planner K, and I use those to track any incoming deliveries. Those I usually check my email for because I really honestly do have a delivery that comes in every single day, whether it's an Etsy order, an Amazon order, a supply order, or any type of order. There's always something coming in here. So that is pretty much everything. Let me zoom you out so you can get like a full view. I'm actually going to show you guys last week, and I'll show you how this looks inside of the planner because I know that you guys like to see it in its Kiki K home. Also, I can get rid of that now. So we have my Kiki K, which this is the A5 Kiki K, another one of things that I get a lot of questions on. So just going to throw this in here. I actually need to move up my gold paper clips, so let's do that. I'm actually not going to do like a planner update on any of these weeks, so I could just kind of show you guys what went on. So this week was the week that like went to hell pretty much. Like literally, like I loved the way that this week was set up. It was really pretty. I did the gold. I love this sidebar. It took me a lot of time to do this actually, and make this the way that it looked. I loved it so much. But literally Monday, everything just went to crap. Like, and the rest of the week isn't even filled out. Nothing's checked off. It was hell. It was like checked into a hotel here, stayed in a hotel and packed up, moved into our new place here. It was ridiculous. Like I had so many things like planned, and we were going to Harry Potter World and everything like that all got canceled. And then this week I planned all in my hotel room the previous week, and I used all One Orange Snowflake stickers. Besides, my sidebar was by Vintage Gypsy Road, and then also these couple stickers on the bottom aren't from One Orange Snowflake, but everything above is One Orange Snowflake, and I used all of her stickers because I had gotten an order from her while everything was all packed up. I thought it was pretty convenient because it was a very large order and I could plan the whole week with it. I don't really use the month at a glance. I'm sorry, I don't. This was last week. I liked the way it looked. I wasn't in love with the sidebar, but I really love color coordinating with the colors this month because I am in love with the pink and seafoam. It was only pink and seafoam from here, but I just went full-blown crazy with it. And then this week is how this looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and put in my little bookmark, which is from Planner K. I just don't have the holes on the side, which I'm sure if you would note that to her, she could just not punch the holes in the side. And then I just punched 3 little holes in there so that it just sticks up a little bit in there. And then I also usually have a paper clip in here, which is from Kwai Papery, which I'll link down below. She doesn't have an Instagram, and people always ask me to tag her on my Instagram post, but she doesn't have one. But her paper clips are by far the best, and they're super inexpensive. She is really sweet, Paula, so I love her paper clips. They're my favorite, and it looks really actually cute with the yellow in here, and I think it turned out pretty cute this month. Not this month, this week. Don't get ahead of myself, Andrea. So let me know what you guys think. I know you guys have been itching for plan with me's. They're a lot of work. I've been here for a few hours now. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do another one of these. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.